Robert Williams testified before a House Judiciary Subcommittee earlier this week about how the facial recognition system used by the Detroit Police Department led to his wrongful arrest back in January of 2020. He's filed a federal lawsuit against the city and the police seeking damages and a ban on the use of the technology. And as more cases surface, there's growing concern that facial recognition could put more innocent people in jail, especially black people. Joining me now is Robert Williams, who's suing the Detroit Police Department, and his attorney, Phil Mayer of the ACLU. Mr. Williams, Mr. Mayer, thank you both very much for coming to the Sunday Show. Mr. Williams, let me start with you and just ask you this. When they arrested you, did they tell you that it was because of the use of facial recognition?
No, they didn't. They wouldn't even tell me why I was arrested. I told the guy when he called me on the phone to bring a warrant because I didn't believe that he was actually a police officer. He just was like, "You're under arrest," and I was like, "For what?" And he was like, "Are you Robert Williams?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he was like, "Well, you're under arrest." And I was like, "You can't arrest me just because my name is Robert Williams." And he was like, "I got a warrant right here." And he didn't even show me the warrant until I put the cuffs on.
Did he even say what you were being arrested for? What was the crime? Not at all.
Nope. I asked in the car on the way down there. And I said, "So what did they say I stole?" And he said, "I can't tell you that." He said, "All we know is that we got a warrant and you're under arrest." And I'm thinking, this is crazy because I didn't assume that this is how the law works.
You know, I should note that we reached out to the Detroit Police Department for comment, and we didn't get one. But we do know from the Detroit News, according to the Detroit News, Detroit's mayor and former police chief have acknowledged that Williams' arrest was a mistake and say that new protocols are in place to avoid similar incidents. Mr. Mayer, let me bring you into the conversation. Is that enough?
It's nowhere close to enough. The identification that said that Mr. Williams was a suspect specifically said on it that it was to be used as an investigative lead only, not as a basis for arrest. And that didn't stop the Detroit police from taking that identification, conducting a completely inadequate lineup with somebody who wasn't even an eyewitness, somebody who had just reviewed security footage of the alleged theft, and then arresting Mr. Williams based on that. In other words, some of these, things that the police say would stop this from happening were already in place, and they were completely disregarded. Shoddy technology makes shoddy investigations, and that's what happened here. It's what's going to keep happening.
And, you know, this case here with Mr. Williams isn't the only one in the country, case or even incident. There was in Black Enterprise, there's a story about black girl banned from Michigan skating rink because facial recognition software misidentified her. She had never been to that skating rink before, but they tried to ban her from that. Mr. Mayer, how successful do you think folks like your client, Mr. Williams, and others around the country in sort of curtailing the use of facial recognition by police departments?
Yeah, I mean, what that's showing is what everybody knows, what the vendors know, what the police know, what we know, which is that this technology is complete. It's about 100 times worse at identifying people of color as it is identifying white men. It's a technology that was developed using primarily white faces. As a result, it's racist in its application, and it fails to properly recognize people of color. And that's why we're seeing this time and time again. It's not just the incident at the roller skating rink that you described either, but there's two known black men other than Mr. Williams who've also been falsely arrested because of facial recognition technology.
And, you know, I didn't realize that we also had tape of the teen and her parents. Let's take a look, listen to that.
To me, it's basically racial profiling. You're just saying every young black, brown girl with glasses fits the profile. and that's not right.
Julia Robinson and her husband Derek are considering legal action against the Livonia skating rink after their 14-year-old daughter Lamaya was misidentified by the business's facial recognition technology.
And so, to that point, Mr. Williams, given your experience, you would agree with that teen's mother that basically you were racially profiled by the Detroit police as a result of their use of facial recognition.
Yeah, I would say so. Because I don't know how you get a video of somebody and you issue an arrest warrant. Like there I don't know how you figure that that's evidence to say that somebody should be arrested. So yeah, that is if you're using this technology to do the job of a police officer, then it's wrong. It shouldn't. Well, at least it shouldn't be used. And then don't put forth a rule that says we're going to use this as an investigative lead, and then the next thing you do is arrest that person, and then say, oh, okay, so we might have made a mistake and got it wrong. That's crazy, because if it was another crime, if it was more major, I don't know if I would be home or free right now. If it was murder or they said I shot somebody or something, would I had got a bond and got out of jail?
Mr. Williams, we're going to keep our eye on your case and other cases like it. Robert Williams, Phil Mayer, thank you very much for coming to the Sunday Show.